Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Alam ko po napasadahan na natin itong issue na to in a previous episode, pero naisipan kong gumawa ng isang mas focused discussion on this topic for this episode. Okay, ang sinasabi ko po itong statement ni Immigration Minister Mark Miller tungkol sa mga tinatanggap na international students dito sa Canada. In a recent interview or press conference, he indirectly admitted that colleges and universities here have brought in too many international students from India. Okay, at dahil po dyan, sinabi rin niya na sinabihan niya na itong mga eskwelahan, itong mga educational institutions na, huy, huwag naman kayo masyadong nakatoka dyan sa iisa o dalawang bansa. Mag-expand naman kayo ng inyong recruitment efforts. Now, why do I want to have a separate episode about this? Ang dami na namang, may ilan na namang kasing mga tanong yan na pumapasok sa isip ko, no? Could that statement be a hint that guidelines or official directives are coming with respect to that, or aligned doon sa gusto niyang mangyari na mag-expand ang recruitment efforts ng universities at hindi lang mag-focus sa iisa o dalawang bansa? Kasi for me, if yun talaga ang gusto niya, mag-recruit ng mas malawakan, I don't think it's enough that he just tells universities and colleges, verbally lalo na gawin nila yun. Ganun na lang yun? Sasabihan mo na lang sila na, basta sinabihan na namin kayo huwag lang kayo mag-focus sa India, punta naman kayo sa ibang bansa. I don't think that's enough. So anyway, balikan na muna natin yung kanyang soundbite na yan. Ayan, dito po to, no?
Notably I would say universities and colleges have been going to one or two source countries and constantly going back to the well on that. We expect a diversity of students. It doesn't mean that Indian students aren't some of the best and brightest. Indeed, one of the largest populations in the world, you would expect students to come from India. But what I've asked universities and colleges to do is you need to put a little more effort into the price of acquisition, to use probably an expression that is entirely fitting, but you have to be able to invest more in the talent that you're bringing here. And that includes going to more countries and expanding your resources. And that is a message that is ongoing as universities and colleges are asked to not only rebrand, but change their pitch to attract people from around the world from different countries. There will always be students from India, there will always be students from Pakistan. That fairness and balance isn't totally up to me, but it is one that I am watching closely because there are students that are coming from those countries that could be really important to contribute.
Thank you, Yun. Guys, aklaruhin lang natin, hindi naman po sa gusto niyang itigil altogether ang pagkuha ng mga international students yan sa India, nabanggitin niya yung Pakistan. Gusto lang niya mag-expand, diba, yung recruitment. Huwag lang masyadong mag-focus doon. Hindi naman po kasi sekreto na totoo. Most or ang top source ng international students here over recent years is from India. And it just so happened also that the fraudulent activities involving the international student program have been linked also to students from there. So ngayon ang tanong ko, again, baka may paparating na official directive tungkol dyan. Kasi tulad ng sinabi ko, it's not that simple na sabihan mo lang na gagawin na nila yan, na parang magic. Diba? At the very least, the government should show, number one, that they are cracking down on fraud. Diba? Kasi nga, yung fraud, marami daw po galing sa India. If the potential students who are still there see that Canada will not tolerate fraudulent, incompetent students who are not really qualified to be here, na baka mapauwi sila pag may gawin silang kalokohan dito, it might discourage some of them, diba? It will definitely filter out those who genuinely want to be here and are qualified to be here. I think that's one way, no? Pangalawa, naalala ko, no, di ba yung Quebec, sometime last year announced a country cap kung tawagin. Hindi naman po para sa international students, pero Quebec imposed a country cap for its skilled workers program, yung mga tatanggapin po nilang skilled workers doon. Ang limit, 25% kada bansa sa bawat draw. Diba? Naisip ko, baka pwedeng may ganun. Hindi kaya pwedeng gawin yun in a way for international students? Hindi na lang yun applicable only to address, whatever issues you want to address from those coming in from Canada. Pero pangkalahatan na. Diba? I think that's one option too, magkaroon ng country cap. I remember when I had that episode, many of the commenters agreed na, oo, dapat, limitahan na para patas-patas ang bilang ng mga estudyante kukunin sa iba't ibang sources. Isa pang naisip ko, naalala ko tuloy itong report na ito, again, from sometime last year. Remember, India alleged that some Canadian institutions, educational institutions, are involved in human smuggling of Indian students. Diba? Parang may mga collusion daw, kakuntsaba, with some recruiters in India, nagpapadala dito ng mga estudyante, naloloko yung mga estudyante. Pagdating dito, hindi mag-aaral, yun pala, tatawirin o patatawirin papuntang Amerika. May ganong allegation. Ngayon, sa totoo, wala pang update dyan, I don't know whatever happened to this. Sana makarinig tayo ng update. Isa rin, I think this report, total galing naman din sa India. Hindi kaya pwedeng maging dahilan ito for Canada to have an extra layer of screening for international students coming in there. Kasi para na rin to sa safety ng mga Indian students. Hindi. Kung gawin yun, I think it will definitely also help yung sinasabi ni Mark Miller na goal na mabawasan yung fraud coming from that country. Diba? Para sa safety rin naman nila po yun. Diba? Kasi kawawa rin naman, let's not assume, guys, that international students, all of them coming from India are not good for Canada. Meron din po sa kanilang mga naloko, I think that's part of the investigation. I will show you, Minsan napapaisip din ako, meron pong mga reports previously talking about Indian students here who might be deported kasi they used, diba, fake admission letters daw from universities. And it is believed that some of them didn't know na ganun po yung nangyari. So talagang naloko rin po talaga sila. And yet, posible na kapag ma-confirm talaga, ang mangyayari po dyan, kahit hindi po nila ginusto, ay posibleng mapauwi sila. Dahil dun sa scam na nangyari po sa kanila. Ito yan, Let me show you an old report about that.
Shocking news for Indian students in Canada. Over 7,000 Indian students would be deported due to fake acceptance letter. Let's talk about the story as a whole. So, on November 15, officials from Canada's Immigration Department revealed a massive scam. They found out that around 10,000 students who came to Canada on student visa had fake acceptance letter. And to get this, most of these students are from Gujarat and Punjab. This could mean that around 7,000 to 8,000 Indian students may have to leave Canada. Visa expert Pankaj Patel explains that if these acceptance letters are found to be fake, students' admission will be cancelled and they'll be sent back to India. He adds that Canada's government, specifically now with strained ties between Canada and India, it is likely to take a tough stand on this issue. The real question is, how did this happen?
Ito na yung sinasabi ko, yung iba kasi niloloko din.
Many of these fake letters come from fraudulent visa agencies and consultants. These agents promise students admission to Canadian colleges, but instead they trick them with fake documents. Families have spent about 25 lakh each to send their children to Canada, only to face this nightmare. But
ayun na nga, sa totoo lang, if Canada really wants to protect its borders, and I think it does right now, di ba nga, nag-i-invest ng more than $1 billion in border security, with all these allegations coming from India rin naman, hindi naman po siguro i-oppose kung sabihin ng Canada, o na sige, alam mo, tutukan natin itong mga nanggagaling sa India. Because kayo rin naman ang nagsasabi na may problema sa mga dinadala. Nagkakaproblema yung dinadalang mga citizens ninyo dito. That's just my opinion. Naisip ko lang naman yun, ano. It's for public safety. That's human trafficking, human smuggling. Di ba? Ngayon, okay, sige, punta na tayo sa suggestion naman ng ilang educational institutions. Meron pong report reaction naman ng ilang Canadian institutions tungkol sa sinasabi nga ni Mark Miller sa mga colleges na, go beyond India. Ang sabi dito, fix the system. Yan. Canada reacts to minister's diversification comments. Sabi dito, Canadian institutions are calling on the government to fix systemic processing issues after the country's immigration minister told them to diversify recruitment beyond India. Ano naman to? Ang tanong ko, anong systemic processing issues? Andito po yan, huwag na natin basahin yung buong article. Eto. Ano yung systemic issues na dapat raw ayusin? Systemic barriers like study permit refusals within days of submission, slow visa processing times, and the unintended consequences of automated decision-making rejecting qualified students, making it difficult to turn this goal into a reality. Ang sinasabi po kasi dito nung ilang mga resource persons, diversified naman daw ang kanilang recruitment efforts, but may ganitong problema. Eto. What is problematic with Minister Miller's comments is that institutions have diversified, mainly focusing on the African continent and Southeast Asia. However, we are seeing significant delays in study permit processing or a high level of visa denials in these regions. Totoo ba? I have my doubts about that. Hindi ko sinasabi nito, merong mga ganitong problema in other areas except for India? Ganun ba yun? I don't know. I just have my doubts about this, no? Pero clearly, meron din naman talagang kailangan gawin ng government, no? I don't think Mark Miller should solely depend on actions from colleges and universities to promote diversification. Again, there are proposals in the past, not specific to the International Student Program, pero yung tulad ng sinabi ko, nagkaroon nga ng country cap sa isang immigration pathway sa Quebec. Hindi kaya kino-consider kaya yun for the International Student Program in the future? I don't know. Kayo, anong suggestion ninyo? Let me know. Kayo, baka meron din kayo mga input. As usual, I look forward to seeing them down there in the comment section. I will end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!